let's talk about TikTok hashtags and how you can be using them to grow your business on the platform and how they're actually pretty different from Instagram hashtags. So on TikTok, you can use as many hashtags as you like as long as it fits within the context of the caption. So you only have a certain character number and you have to fit it in. That means you can take away your caption and just use a bunch of hashtags, or you can add them at the end of your caption. Whatever you do, it's within that character limit. Now, here's the deal. Is it going to be helpful to you to use a bunch of hashtags, or is it going to be more advantageous for you to actually use less hashtags? We know with TikTok they are actually spreading and distributing your video out based on the hashtags that you were using, and they actually use those hashtags to determine what type of audience they're going to be showing it to. So if you use 3 hashtags, they're going to send it out to people who are hanging out in that general realm for those 3 hashtags. If you're using 20 different hashtags, it's going to kick it out to 20 different areas, but that could lead to kind of a spread out version of your audience. But we have to keep in mind, the majority, we're talking over 90% of your content's views actually come from the For You page, not searching hashtags. Most people get on TikTok and they go to their For You page. They don't even necessarily look at their own personalized feed, and they're just scrolling through to see what they want to see on the For You page, which actually does show them quite a bit of the creators that they are following without having to go over to the actual newsfeed within the TikTok app. And so they're just scrolling through the For You page. People are, generally speaking, not going to be looking for these hashtags. So on all of my videos, we're talking the ones that have gone viral on TikTok, thousands and thousands and like 30,000 of views within 48 hours kind of videos, most of my views come from TikTok suggesting it on the For You page, not from hashtags. So in general, hashtags are more to train the algorithm than to actually be seen by people. So when I use specific hashtags that kind of go with what my business is, that kicks it out to people who are hanging out in that space. So as an author, I'm using bookish hashtags, and that means it's going to kick it out to people who are in the reading space and other authors. You want to make sure that you are training the algorithm to define who you are and where you're standing within the platform. That's going to kick it out to the correct audience. But all videos go on the For You page. So you're always going to be seen by a large group of people, some within your niche and some outside of your niche, and those people are then going to be able to determine if it's going to be a good fit for them, and the more views you get, the more it gets kicked out to people on the For You page. So hashtags are meant to train the algorithm, not to be discovered by new followers, because most people aren't searching for those hashtags. Knowing this, keeping this in mind, I would recommend the best practice for you is to have a very good quality caption inside of your description, inside of your caption for your video, and you have some type of question to get that kind of engagement so people can answer it inside of what they're doing in your comments. You want to make sure you have good quality words that tell people what they're going to be seeing or gets that response from them. Then use maybe 3 to 5 hashtags. In general, we do recommend 3 to 5 hashtags. You can use less. There are videos with no description and no hashtags, and because the algorithm has already learned who you are, what your standing is inside of TikTok, they're going to still kick you out to the right people. So you don't need hashtags to be discovered. Hashtags are to train your algorithm. So technically speaking, you could start out on TikTok, train your algorithm, and once your algorithm knows, you don't even have to waste that caption space with your hashtags because it already knows. Now, I do recommend once you get into this and you've been developed inside of TikTok so they know where to send you out and who's likely going to like your content, you can then just forget about hashtags for the most part and only use a hashtag if it's some new type of content. So let's just say every once in a while you're kicking out something that's trending. You're probably going to want to use that trending hashtag or something similar to it. Or maybe you do try a cosplay, or you're trying some type of collaboration with people and you want to get into that space as well. You're going to want to use that hashtag. So put your, main 2 for your niche and then whatever that new thing is, just to say, oh, hey, algorithm, this is a little bit different. Maybe try showing it to these people too and see how it does. Hashtags train your algorithm. So I recommend 3 to 5 max inside of your description, and use the rest of the space to ask a question to get people to respond back to you. But let's talk about these hashtags, because this is really important, because your hashtags will make or break your success on TikTok when you're training your algorithm. Now, here's the deal. A lot of people, and a lot of people are actually educating on this, are saying that you should be using things like hashtag For You page or hashtag FYP. What happens when you do this? We already know that TikTok is kicking out your video in equal increments to the different hashtags that you're using. So if you're using a great big giant hashtag like FYP that goes out to everybody where your video is already being shown on the For You page, it's not like this is going to get you on the For You page more. It's just kicking it out to people who are following that hashtag or looking at stuff on that hashtag. So you are now one small video in millions of other videos that are also using that hashtag. Or you could use a niche down hashtag like hashtag book talk for me as an author, and that's going to kick it out so that it is one of maybe 1,000 videos on that hashtag. You're gonna be seen by more people, you're gonna be more popular in the niche down hashtag, so you wanna make sure you're using very specific industry-based hashtags that will get you in front of the people you need to see you. So let's just say you're a candle maker. You're gonna do things like home decor, right? You're gonna do things like Christmas presents. You're not necessarily gonna do candle maker because that'll just get you in front of the candle makers, but maybe candle inspiration would be great for you. You want to make sure that you are niche down so that you're seen by more people in the right area. If you're using those big broad hashtags, it is just going to kick you out to some random people, and you're just one of many, many videos. Maybe you'll be taken notice of and maybe you won't. So niche down is better. Don't use those big hashtags that everybody's using. And even you may want to stay away from some of the trending hashtags. Now, if you are doing something like transition, or you're doing some type of collaboration and you do need to do that just to get seen, but that should be the last hashtag that you've got. You don't want to spend a ton of time on those. You want to make sure you're niche down to be seen by the right people, because remember, everyone goes to the For You page. Everyone goes to the song that you're using. Everybody's going to the trend that you're using. It's getting kicked out by the algorithm in those areas anyway. So take advantage of your hashtags and use niche down things to really fit in where you need to go on TikTok, and then add in other things if you are straying from what you're normally doing to retrain it, or just to kick that one particular video out to that special thing. So every once in a while I do a cosplay, I'll add in a cosplay type hashtag to go with it, or maybe I'll talk about a fairy tale retelling that I have written in my author life, and I'll just hashtag that princess or that type of retelling, and that'll kick it out in that area, because most of my videos are not about that, so it's just something that's a little bit outside of what all my other videos are about. Now, when it comes to hashtags, they're a little bit different than Instagram, because Instagram's very, very searchable with this. People go and look for hashtags. On TikTok, they do not do this. So you have to have a different mindset when you're going into TikTok hashtags. Make sure you hone those down, you niche those down, and you use them incredibly strategically inside of your business. And don't forget, you can post videos with no hashtags and still be incredibly successful, because every single video goes out on the For You pages, and then based on the people who see it and react to it, it will send it out to more and more or less people based on how they're engaging with it. Everybody gets the same equal opportunity, so the better content you create, the more they're going to watch through it, the more they're going to like it and or engage with it, and the more the algorithm will kick you out to more and more people. So it comes down to the quality of your content, not the hashtags that you're using. Now, if this was helpful to you, hit the subscribe and notification bell, because we're breaking down everything you need to know about success on TikTok. Like I said, I keep going viral on TikTok. It is amazing. It is the best organic reach that I've had since the very beginning of Instagram. We haven't seen this in years in the social media space, so we are learning, growing, and doing amazing things on TikTok. Hit the subscribe and notification bell, because we're helping you out with TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, your newsletter, your blogs, your website, all those fun things that you need to create a profitable business through smart social media marketing. I'll see you in the next video as we continue our discussion on how you can create a profitable business through your smart social media marketing. See you then.